Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay, can this please get out of here? I hate it when other applications have the same hotkey as I assign my fraps. Anyway, do you, yes you, little indie game designer or person that just wants to make an animation, do you want to make something like this beautiful piece of work? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're saying you want to make something better? Yeah, no. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make animations in Photoshop. That's basically it. There's really nothing too interesting about it. As you can see, maybe you can already tell how I'm doing this, but for the sake of this tutorial, I have a sinus infection. For the sake of this tutorial, I am going to teach you how, because that is what the video is titled, and that was my main intent when thinking, hey, I'm bored, I have no life, let's make a tutorial. So what you want to do is you want to go to File, New, and I'm going to be doing what people, I guess, would want to use these animation things for. I'm using sprite animation as my main source of delivering the information to you via tutorial. But you can use this, you can use this method for any sort of animation. Just make the files, make the pixel size or the resolution larger, it doesn't matter at all. So we're gonna go with 50 by 50, because that's a pretty pixely size, that's a pretty small thing. Click OK. There, now I have this. I'm gonna pretend that this never happened. Close tab group. Okay. So now we have this. We have this small white square, and you're like, dude, I don't want to have this white square. This is boring. This doesn't even look like an animation. Calm down, dude. Seriously, chill. Long pause. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go up to a window. You're going to need to go down to timeline. There you go. You have this thingamajiggy. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, when am I supposed to... Shut up. I'm doing a tutorial. Honestly. God. Jesus Christ, people cannot wait. Click Create Video Timeline. Bam! Have you seen this before? No? It kind of looks like Flash. You still haven't seen it before? Jeez. Well, good thing you're watching this. Anyway, we're going to make something pretty simple. I just opened up my Windows key. I don't know why they put that next to everything important. Thanks, Windows. Or thanks, Microsoft. It's a pretty good company. Anyway, here we go. We have this white thing of paper thing of white. Let's start by making some sort of background. I don't know. Let's make it like this light blue. You know, let's get like a light. Oh, I forgot my opacities. Let's just start like that. We're gonna have a little darker blue. Lower it down a bit. Lower it down a bit more. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now we're gonna go like this. Now it looks like it's lagging right now because I'm using fraps, recording like the highest thing possible, so that kind of sucks. Also because this freaking Photoshop is literally made of RAM. So anyway, we have this beautiful thing. This is gonna last us for the rest of the video, unless you shorten it by here. To shorten the duration of the clip, you're gonna click on the very side of this little thing. Notice is layer 0, they match up. So let's say the video is, this extends the video time. Let's say this is like all the way out here, and then this only goes like right here. Then actually, you know what? My mouse not even be show. Is my? Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go with my mouse isn't showing. It might be showing. I don't know. Anyway, man, that's bad. Is my mouse showing? I'm probably gonna erase this. Shoot. Just kidding. It is not. It is not showing. Okay, we're gonna continue with this because I just made a mistake. Let's see. So we have this beautiful piece of work. Now you're like, hey, this is one layer. I need more layers. Actually, you need more frames. But in this case, they're the same deal. Mind blown. Bam. Control Shift Alt N all at the same time creates a new layer. That's the shortcut or hotkey combination for that. So now you have this. But you know, let's just make a face. Let's make a the face. Looks like good skin. So we need to go down. We're gonna need to switch the size to something a tiny bit smaller. 1 is probably good enough. It doesn't really matter. So we're gonna draw our little head. Don't worry, it gets better. This is the boring part. Animation's always a task. Okay, that's decent. We can add shading, but let's add shading after. Let's make our eyes. So you can zoom in. Here's tons of people use this kind of method to make eyes. Go down to black. Make your eyebrows. Let's put some white in there. There. Looks pretty cool. If you hold Alt, it brings up the eyedropper tool. Just do that. Click on a color, and it does, you know, makes the color. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, it looks kind of better. Shoot nuggets. Okay. So you're gonna need to go down to your colors, choose what eye color you want. I'm just gonna make this guy's eye color blue, or not blue, black, for the sake of convenience. Also, because I'm not racist. Let's see. It's a little bit brighter down below, just because, you know, they're starting to look like eyes, because it's realistic if the eyebrows are making shades. So now, or making shade. So let's go to a really tiny bit darker than white. Here's a pretty good thing. Draw it up here. There, bam, we have some pretty good looking eyes. Okay, do we want to add like realistic eyebrows to this guy? No, that looks stupid. Okay. So, in all actuality, I probably shouldn't have made that background because it looks really stupid, but hey. We're gonna go all in or all out. In, out, all in or go home. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, we're gonna make this little shadow thing. Usually it goes around whatever side of the head. So pretend the light's coming from this way. That means the shadow would be casted on the left side of the face. Or if no one can see the mouse, if the light's coming from the right side, you go from the left side, is where the shadow would be. So, I'm going super slowly because my computer's lagging like a mofo. Here we go. We have this beautiful piece of work. It's a face. Don't get too hyped up about it. Okay, let's make him have some hair. Oh, whoops. Okay. Made a little bit too much hair right there. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Probably add more hair to up here. And then we can add some hair right here. There, pretty good. We're rocking the head. Just gonna give him more of a head shape. And we're gonna give him a mouth. There, man, we are already animation extremes. Extreme professionals in animation. You guys are doing great. Okay, so now that you have this, or whatever head you want to do, there, we basically have our basis for animation on Photoshop. So now we have this head. You can see, let's, for the sake of convenience, double click the text, write head. Oh, see that head? Whoa, look at that! It wrote head right there. Now for the other sake of convenience, BG for background. Click BG. There, now we know which is which. So we're gonna extend this. Oh yes. There. So we're gonna extend this for on the left side of the colon is the seconds. So let's make this animation. Oh, I forgot here. The reason it looks so small, this little dial on the bottom of the screen where it looks like mountains is basically the size that you want it, or it zooms in. So the bigger the mountain, it's like you're zooming in. So pretend you're on Google Earth and you see a mountain. It's not really three-dimensional, but you know. on this tiny little mountain, you're zoomed far away, so you can barely see the mountain. But if you zoom in on the mountain, you can see all the little people in the mountain. So there you go. Now we have this. So we're going to shorten the duration of this head, because we don't want the head going on for the whole entire clip. That's boring. Bring it down to about 4 seconds, or roughly, let's see, what would it be? Yeah, it'd be 4 frames. So bring it down to around 4 frames. That's kind of what this is. Every 30 frames, since it's around 30 frames per second, every 30 frames is a second. So let's bring it down to 4. There. But you're like, oh, where did it go? This is our timer. Our timer's at the very end. We just need to bring it to the front. There he is. So, remember that other thing I said? Control, Alt, Shift, N, new layer. There we go. Now let's shorten this, or bring this to where the other one ends. So right there. Right here. And shorten this one to 4 seconds too. 4 frames. So see, you can see the end is 8, or just look down at the duration. When the duration says 4, then you should be fine. See, like this one says, oh, whoops, I accidentally shortened it. See, this one says 4, that one says 4. So now we have this one, and we're going to quickly go back to our head one, because there's nothing on this layer. If we were to go onto this frame, there's nothing on there because there's nothing on the layer. So let's go to the head, where we made our head on this right side. Select everything, because we need everything. Control C. Actually, let's just delete this real quick. Delete the layer. If you do Control V, it'll make a new layer. So just make a new layer with that head. And okay. Good, we're set. So now you have this beautiful head on your second layer, but it's the same thing, and I know you guys want to make animation. And putting 2 of the same thing on each frame is not really animation. So we have this beautiful person, and oh, we should probably do shading for the hair. We'll go over that later. So you can see his beautiful face. Now what we're gonna do, oh yes, here's another little tip. If your time cursor is not on the correct frame, look, see, you can't draw on it, but if it is on the frame, you can. So just keep that in mind. So let's do that. Let's do this. Then we can do this. Is that correct? Yeah, that's pretty good. So now we're going to do this. Do the same thing for the other one. There. So now his eyes are pretty much closed. Almost closed. You never know. And there we go. So now he's in sort of mid-blink. We're going to rename this layer to Head 2. So click outside once you've renamed it, Head 2. So as you can see, they're sort of like frames. And the background at the very bottom is going all the way, so it's going to last the whole entire video. Or I'm just going to say video as, you know, what we're referring to. So as you can see, he's like, you know, so there you go. You got the basic gist of it down, but we wanted to make him blink. So we're going to add another layer. JK, we're not going to do that. We're going to hit Control V. And you could copy this head and just black out these things, but I made a mistake, so we're just going to go with what I'm doing right now. There you go. So now we're going to go back down to the timeline. We're going to drag it to make the duration 4 seconds, starting at the end of the previous clip. There you go. So now you have this guy. And remember, the time cursor has to be on the current frame. So we're going to go this, there. So now we just made him blink. For the sake of convenience, I'm going to go back to this clip, and I'm going to see, there you go. It's pretty cool. Anyway, actually, not for the sake of convenience, I want to make this look better. So I'm just going to make this hair shadow, or have a dark shadow. So we're going to go like this, And we're gonna just fill in the hair. And remember, you can use this method for anything. It doesn't have to be a little sprite head. It can be a full-on animation, you know. You can make skeletons, you can do your own little awesome anime fight scene. I don't really care. I can't draw anime, because those are for cool people. Anyway, so there you go. Looks weird. Yeah, so we have this guy. I'll bring it to the other one. Oh, whoops. Oh, interesting. You can also change the position of it within the video clip, I think, within the frame. I don't know. Okay, so here you go. You have another one. I'm gonna check back on this. Okay. Just give me a moment while I shade this hair. And if you want to do shading, it's basically just like this. You just choose a darker color and go along with it. Okay, I got lucky with that. Okay, so now we have our shaded hair. I'm just going to finish this up and we can continue on. But that's basically it. I mean, we've already made our sort of blinking, you know, animation. There. So now we have this dude. Now, super simple. Go over to head 2, or head 2. Hit Control J. That's gonna make head 2 copy. Let's just rename it to head 3 for the sake of convenience. You can rename it anything. You can name it, you know, Blink 1 or Blink, you know, Blink Part 2. I don't really care. Drag it above layer 1, because that, as you can see, that's how it's gonna go in order. Drag it back. Make the duration 4 seconds. Make it start after the previous clip or frame. This, now I'm assuming you know what to do now. Now we have, you know, open eyes, you know, middle eyes, closed eyes, middle eyes. So we're gonna go back to the open eyes. Hit Control J, because that copies the layer. Do head 4 and drag that above head 3. I want to make the duration 4 seconds. And let's see, what's something else we can do, because that's pretty boring. I don't even know how long I've been recording. Probably not that long. Anyway, that's basically the gist of it. You now have a blinking fellow. Let's make this last for a bit longer. So there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the background. Give me a moment while I try to check. Right now we're not learning anything. I'm just doing little quick things. Okay, there you go. So now you got your little blinking animation. Now make sure you have what you want and you know it's what you want. So here we have this head. It's pretty boring, but you get the sort of gist of the animation. You can do this with anything. Let's say you draw a man, and then on the next layer you draw a man kneeling, and the next one you jumping. You know that. You can do whatever you want with this sort of deal. Here you go. So we have a really boring blinking animation. I've probably repeated that 5 times. I'm an awesome person to make tutorials. Okay, make sure it is all the way you want it, because what we're doing next is it's okay. I like it the way it is right now. These 3 things on the very bottom are going to change it to frame animation. What we're doing right now is sort of time-based animation. Now we're going to change it to frame animation. Click this only if you're ready to. Bam, because now I'm going to show you why. Click back on the previous one and it resets everything. Now you can easily go back and do whatever you want and just retime it, but if you have a huge animation, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Just ignore this. Okay, there we go. You can click forever, test out your animation. And see, on the previous one, to extend the time, we just extended the purple bar, or extended the clip, but here you actually, you know, choose how long, or how long you want it to go. There's no dragging or anything. So you can, on this bottom left, you can click how many times you want to run. I'm just clicking it forever so we can just see it go. So there you go. It's pretty simple. Just gonna make this all shorter to make it look more, it's more like it's blinking. Okay, there. Now you have this thing. Isn't it amazing? It's a animation. It's your animation, not my animation, because I just made it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do File. We're gonna do. Holy cow! My mouse is being a bumhole. Oh, probably because I probably should stop playing this. Okay. File. Go down to Save for Web. And now understand that because it's 50 by 50, it's gonna be this. Now I haven't messed around with any of these sort of options. So let's see, we can click preview. It opens it up. Oh, I have a bad experience with Internet Explorer. So click preview, it will show you what it looks like. Actually, let's just do it for the sake of it. Why not? Let's see what it does. What is this? What's Splash Top Connect? It's Jesus Christ. Remind me later. I don't want it. I don't even know what it is. Enhances. God, go away. Okay. So, what? Okay. Screw this. We don't even. Whatever. Just screw you, Internet Explorer. Jesus, get out. Remind me in never. Jesus, God. Okay, there is your GIF. Here's the color table. Look at all this stuff. Isn't it pretty? There's the GIF. This is if you want to save it into GIF form, by the way. Otherwise, do whatever the hell you want with it. I don't care. This is the only way. Bicubic. Is nearest neighbor better? Bilinear. Which one's the best? Smoother? Sharper? Jesus Christ. Mess around with these, okay? Don't listen to me. Here's your animation thing. Here's everything else. You get to name it after. So once you're done, oh yeah, there. Click the play button to you know, show it. There it is. There is your animation, whatever you've made. Click. I'm sorry. Click save. There's my full moon one. We're gonna name this blink. Blinking. This is fine. Leave everything like this. I'm just gonna name it .gif just because I like saying things .gif. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, there you go. Blinking. Save. So now we're gonna go look at it. Oh my god. Why? I don't want you. I don't want you. I'm gonna empty this too. Oh, 11 items. Okay. Creation. Wherever the hell you put it. Let's do blinking. Double click it. It's gonna show up in your web browser, the one that you chose. I choose Google Chrome. It's very, very, very bad quality. You can probably fix that by going around and changing the bilinear stuff or whatever the hell that is, but you get the gist of it. Here's your animation. Here's your animation. Now you could animate using Flash, but you know, that's for real professionals. You know, who cares about them? This is what the really basic people do that have no skill. There you go. That's your animation. Isn't it cool? I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you can put that to good use. Have any questions or concerns? Not concerns, because I'm perfect. Just kidding. I don't make perfect videos. I really suck at making videos. Obviously. Have any questions? Put them down in the comments section below. I'm doing hand gestures even though you can't even see me. It's how I speak. Anyway, put your questions if you put them down below. I'll probably answer them. Probably not. Doesn't really matter. If it's something like, oh my god, you're a faggot, I'm probably not going to answer it because it's not a question. Anyway, have a good day, and I hope you all learned from this tutorial.